Hi guys. Okay, so music. Oh God. So I shot an episode for my podcast, LifeOfUnathi. As you guys know, I'm doing that now. I'm into that. So the episode that we shot was about music as part of healing. I used music as part of healing through the journey of losing my parents and losing my brother. But I needed someone who can help me tell you more about it. So I got my guy, Sibusiso Dludlu, to come in studio with me. He is a father, he's a husband, and as I said, he is a musician. And then we discussed the ins and outs of music and how it helps people heal. Anyway, guys, all of that and more on Life of Unathi next. Yay! Finally. Welcome.
Hey, thank you for having me.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good, and you?
I'm good.
It's a great pleasure for me to be here.
Thank you for
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you for this, Mrs.
Yes.
So, please introduce yourself a little bit. We just need to know a little bit more about yourself.
Yeah, my name is Sbu Dludlu. I'm just a neighbor from here. I'm from Duduza. I'm almost 40 years. Almost 40 years.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't it show?
You look 16.
I'm a father of 5 kids. I'm a grandfather.
What?
I'm a husband. I'm a brother. I'm a singer. I'm a performer. I'm a motivational speaker. I'm a music teacher. I'm a businessman. I don't know what else. I'm a traveler, like you've just mentioned.
Jack of all trades.
Not necessarily. You know, it takes decades for me to get to do all these things. But yeah, that's who I am. That's me.
I'm also interested in you being a grandfather and looking like a 16-year-old.
My firstborn is 18 years. She just had a baby, so I'm a grandfather now. So yeah.
Okay.
Such is life.
Grandfather. Anyway, we're going to focus more on the side of you, the musician side, you know?
Yes.
I'm going to talk about you being a father a little bit, but I want to know more about the music side.
Music is I don't know where to start. Where do I start?
When did you start?
I started singing when I was in church, you know. The late Vuyo Mkwena was partly a teacher to us when we were going to a Sunday school. We grew up in the same street in Gobeni, in Duduza. So he had a group, Nabo Putabo and my aunt Umoya. So they used to teach us how to sing, or they used to put us together and make us sing at church. So from that age, very, very, very early age, I started loving this music thing. I saw them singing. I was like, I think I need to be doing what they're doing, you know. Then the love of music grew from there. And then from that church started groups, one group to another, you know, and then I met some people. I met Kolinkosi. He introduced me to more people professionally. Okay. I was on the professional stages. Jazz was introduced to me. And then I was introduced to Musamanzini, the late Musamanzini, the bass maestro. And then one thing led to another, and before you knew it, I'm here, you know, I'm top of the world. And I released my album in 2016 under Manzini Entertainment. We didn't get the chance to promote the album as much as we wanted or would have dreamed for us to. But 2016, the album came out, did some interviews on TV, blah, 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 blah. So in 2018, I entered The Voice. I auditioned for The Voice, season 3. Now I was sending this for audition because I was recording myself, with my phone. I was recording myself, I sent the audition, I was just taking chances. Okay. And then you must remember, this was after I'd released my album. You know, when you release an album as an artist, you have all these hopes, high hopes, thinking you're going to be making it, killing it, blah, 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 yeah, I'm going to be making money. Sometimes things don't go the way we always plan them. And then in 2018, I had the opportunity to enter The Voice. I auditioned online, and then I get a call back. You know, maybe it was Tuesday or Wednesday, I can't remember. I get an email saying, your audition was successful. Would like you to come to our studios. I'm like, hey, man, is this a dream? Urban Studios, Urban Brews.
Yeah.
Urban Brews, yeah. And I'm like, yeah, man. And then I go there, we do another audition. I meet all these incredible people and like, hey, Mahua, Kia Mahua. And then I do my audition again and boom, I'm on the competition. 97,000 people entered the competition. People from Durban, Cape Town, Bloemfontein, PE, East London, from all walks of life. Then all of us are there. We're driven to Randburg in the hotel there. And then we're there, you know, auditions, we've got stages, you know. The online audition, the callback audition. Now reality begins now. Now we are in the live audience, you know. It's blind auditions. Okay. Blind auditions, my family is there, my mom is there, my uncle is there, my sister is there. The entire South Africa, or rather the entire world, gets to see this guy now from Duduza. And then we go to the blind auditions. The blind auditions, if the judges love you, there's 4 judges. I remember it was Ricky Rick, the late Lyra, Francois, and I can't remember this lady, and she was white. And then we're there, if they like or if they love what you're singing, the chairs turn. Whether one or two.
I saw that.
Yeah, once the chair, whether 1 or 2 chairs turn, then you are into the competition, you know? And then I sing the famous song by Unathi Gobeni. And then 1 chair turns, Ricky Rick, Lyra turns, Francois turns, Rihanna turns, 4 chairs turn. And I'm like, what?
That means you're good.
So it means that I am corner mostly. Yeah, my mom is very, very happy and excited. I'm excited, but I'm nervous at the same time. What's happening here? What's going on here? I'm pinching myself.
Wanted to be sure it's
really me. I'm on TV, I'm on Mnet, you know. And then I made it to the blind auditions. Then the competition goes on and on. We go to the battles, we go, and then I won as well. And then I made it to the top 3 in the entire competition. Now, me as the only black person remaining in the entire competition was not easy. It was, you know, challenging. But I made it to top 3 on Team Lyra, on The Voice. Now, you must remember, when we entered, there were 97,000 of us.
You made it to the top 3.
I made it to top 3. And I'm like, hey, man, I'm fine.
You're good.
I'm fine from Duduza. What is this now?
Representing us.
Yeah, but unfortunately, that competition was nice and eye-opening for me as far as talent is concerned. But there were so many things happening in the competition that I won't even discuss on the platform. But I made it to top 3. Once I made it to top 3, I was let go of the competition, and then obviously when you are let go of the competition, your mind starts to play tricks. Maybe I wasn't good enough. Maybe this, maybe that. Maybe this, maybe that.
Guy, and then from 97,000 people to 3.
You know, I know.
Okay.
And then boom, 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 boom. Life goes on. Time moves past me, and I'm doing other things. I'm starting to do gigs, like serious gigs that are paying. My mom is excited because I'm traveling with her most of the time. And then I get a DM. When I get a DM on my Instagram, it's a guy called Craig. Craig says to me, "We've been looking for you." I'm like, hey, who is this? You know, these scammers. I'm like, hey, this white guy from Cape Town. He says, "We've been looking for you ever since we were let go of The Voice." With me, being a black guy from Duduza, you know, I was always doing my job, and I'm a father. I'm a full-time father, you know. I was busy doing going on about my business. And then I respond to this guy. He says, "Can I please have your numbers?" And I'm like, what is he going to do with my numbers? He takes my numbers. He says, "There's a guy from Italy."
Okay, Emma, you gave him the number even though you thought he was going to scam you.
Yeah, sometimes there's this thing.
Taking a chance.
There's a gut feeling of, man, I've got nothing to lose.
Oh, okay.
Then I gave him my numbers, you know. He calls me with a video on WhatsApp. I'm like, hey, this white guy. Hey, yes, how are you? Yeah, I'm Craig, I'm from Cape Town. I work for an agency. We're recruiting artists, or we're recruiting talent for cruise ships, you know? I'm like, oh, okay, that's interesting. What cruise ships? Because I've never performed on cruise ships. And I'm thinking, hey, maybe this is a scam and whatnot. And then the one thing led to another. And then he introduces me to my agent, which is representing me now from Italy, Mr. Andrea. And then Andrea calls me and says, hey, man, I love your voice. I think you can do us a great, great, great endeavor if you join our agency. You know, we'd love to take you abroad.
Oh, like, that's hey. Where the traveling came.
Yeah, that's when the traveling came in. I'm like, traveling where? They're saying, you're going to be traveling the entire globe. Yeah, I'm like, hey, I'm a scammer.
Did you have a passport?
I had. I was on my second passport.
Oh, at least.
Yeah. And then they call me and then they offer me a contract, you know. And then I've got a contract for 6 months. I tell it to my wife. I say, hey, baby, we've got a contract. I'm going to be going abroad, going to be performing everywhere in the world, but it's the cruise ships. She was like, no, we can talk about it. And then I just let my guard down.
Okay.
Yeah.
So from there, you went and sang on the cruise.
Yes, that's been my life.
You're not scared of what?
I was when I embarked, because the seasick happened and kicked in. You know, when the ship is like traveling across the ocean, the waves.
Been on the ship.
Oh, you've never. It's a nice feeling, but you get sick the first time. But once you get used to it,
everything gets well.
Everything like
okay.
Sanity there. I'm telling you.
That was a handful. I actually learned a lot about you. Now I can say I know you. But let's rein it a little bit.
Yes.
I want to know about music as part of healing. The reason I'm asking, I've used music as one of my coping and healing tools through the losses that I've experienced. So would you say that music can heal a broken soul? I don't want to be specific in which kind of loss.
Because even in the Bible it states that music can heal. Because there's a song that Joy Celebration used to sing. So music does really heal, because through music we're given a chance to resonate and to reflect. Good, okay, what is it? Because one of the things that I reflected on, I lost my mom in 2018. The only thing that kept me going was music.
Did you write something then?
I mean, come on, man. If you lose someone so close to you, someone who gave life to you, the only thing that my mind would find peace at was music. So that is why music saved my life as well. Because if it had not been for music, I don't think I'd be here sitting next to you.
Yeah. For me, it was my coping mechanism. I don't talk much, more especially when it comes to my emotions and my feelings. So I'll just put in a song and just let it heal me.
Yeah, I think musicians or singers need to be paid more money.
Yes.
Because we're doing the God's work. You know?
Guys are therapists. But yeah, so for me, there were songs that would talk to me in that particular time, and then there are songs that I would use when I'm in a happy mood. So it goes both ways. When I'm happy, celebrating, music is there.
Yeah, music cuts both ways. You know, when you're sad, when you're happy, it does the job. You know, that's why you find when people are indulging over some stuff, they start singing gospel songs.
Yeah, it always goes well. But why?
You know,
it always goes well. Okay.
Wine is from Jesus. No
comment about that. I'm curious. There is a song you wrote for your daughter.
Yes. Mm-hmm. I on my first album, this is my first album that the song is on. I wrote a song called Kitumeti. Kitumeti is my firstborn. She's 18 now. She's the one who just made me a grandfather. Kitumeti was my firstborn. I had Kitumeti when I was 22 years old. And ever since I've had Kitumeti, my life, like the perspective of what life is all about, changed from that moment on. So that song is for lovers, and it's for fathers, it's for mothers. Anyone can resonate or reflect on the song, because it's a promise from a father to indodakazi yakhe ukuthi no matter what might happen in this life, I will always be there for you as your baba wako, as your father. So it's a beautiful song, actually. A lot of people mistaken it for umjolo. Hey baby,
but now when you're singing there,
It was motivated by Stevie Wonder. I listened to a lot of Stevie Wonder. So I took most of the elements and I took them to the song because and after I'd listened to Umkhulu, it's something different. That is why people are like loving it.
Okay, so it means that depending on who is listening to it at that point in time, it sends a different message.
It goes back to what you've just mentioned, Uguti. When I was sad, when I was happy, I listened to music. So it cuts both ways.
Yeah, since we are already talking about Stevie Wonder.
That's my.
Yeah, there is a part of my show, part of it, where I just want to ask you 5 questions.
Oh, okay.
So let's see what's going to be interesting. You mentioned Vuyomkwena. So Vuyomkwena or Rebecca Malo?
Vuyomkwena.
Why?
Vuyomkwena came into the music industry, gospel, and then it took it by storm. And we had never had that voice. You know, that raw voice of a gospel icon. And more than anything, we grew up in the same street at Ngubane, Duduza. So Vuyomkwena for me.
Okay. Lera Otandis Wamazwe?
Lera.
Why?
She was my vocal coach. She was my mentor on the voice. More than anything, she's from the East. I'm from the East, so...
that's biased.
It's not biased.
It is.
Charity begins at home.
Oh, okay. Guitar or keyboard?
Guitar.
Why?
A guitar I can take with anywhere. You know, a keyboard I cannot. Even now, speaking, if I had a guitar, I would be strumming it. But a keyboard, you need to plug it. Now we've got load reduction, load shading. You know, you can use it functional or effective.
In South Africa,
yeah,
that's a challenge
for us. Yeah.
Okay, but I've seen your performance online. So you're good on stage. Which one do you prefer, stage or studio?
I would say stage.
Elaborate.
Stage is where you get to interact with the audience. It's where you can see the emotions because you're telling a story, and they say taste is in the pudding. That is where you see whether you're good or not, whether people are listening to you, are they hearing what they're saying, because we are sending a message across. So for me, I would say stage, because in the studio it's tricky. The engineers might make you feel as if you yeah, well,
sorry, man.
So stage for me.
Okay, that works for me. My last question, you already said you love Stevie Wonder, so I need to change that. Because we can't ask you about the person.
Why change working formula, man?
Oh, okay. Quincy Jones or Stevie Wonder?
Stevie Wonder.
Okay, elaborate.
Stevie
Okay,
Wonder.
but give me something different. Why Stevie Wonder?
Stevie Wonder, everything that we're listening to is being sampled, and it's by Stevie Wonder. And for a blind person to write such beautiful lyrics, I mean, it makes you wonder, as around the sun the earth knows she's revolving, this person is blind. How does he know those things? You know,
Because
when they say
he is.
God, like God is alive, that's what they're talking about. God is alive through him, because through him, a lot of singers found something that they can resonate with, something that they can attest to and say, hey, I can do this, because through him, a lot of artists were made. He's written so beautiful. He's got more than 400 albums in his portfolio.
I heard you, most of the time you make sure you play a tribute to him once in a while.
I love Stevie Wonder. On the shows that I do on the ship, I've got a tribute by Stevie Wonder. I sing his songs. So he's an amazing artist. He's a great inspiration.
Okay. So last thing, what can you say to upcoming artists? And you've faced all the challenges you've been involved in. So me, if I wanted to, let's say I do have a talent, I can't sing to save my life. But let's just say one day God decides to give me a voice.
The platform, the chance.
And then I choose to be a musician. What can you say to motivate me?
As Nathi, that question is a tricky one, but it's not a tricky one. Whoever that is out there watching, that might be watching this podcast, I will tell you this. It always seems impossible until it's done. And what you do constantly becomes permanent mentally. The more practice you have as an individual, as an artist, the more good you're going to sound. Be it you're playing an instrument, drums, keyboards, guitar, saxophone, singing. Once you practice a lot, if you can spare 3 hours of your time per day on your craft, you'll be amazing. So whoever is out there, because we're coming from different corners of life. I mean, I come from the impossible one. When I was growing up, in the DVD, you know, when we grew up, no DVD were introduced, but before those things were introduced, there was a CD player. A CD player. So I would go from my mom's house to Emaseo Kabutolinko's. Just mamela music because I can't DVD, CD. But watching Utolinko's making it into the world inspired me. Instead of being envious, I was like impressed and motivated. And I wanted to get to that stage where I can motivate others, where I can be an example of what dreams are made to be like. Because we're coming from the unfortunate circumstances in Makassar. But for me, being out there in the world says it's possible for any young artist out there. If you believe in yourself, I'm a Duduza by blood.
I saw that.
I'm a Duduza blood. I talk about Duduza everywhere in the world. But coming to your question, my philosophy is, when I post stuff on Facebook, this is the most important one. It's not about showing off. It's about the child who's sitting there and wondering, what is this? Because but if you see someone who's supposed to do something like, hey, Spain, it means it's possible for me too. So once you believe in yourself, you need more people actually to open the doors for you, because you can't do it on your own. You know, with me being here, someone will be watching this podcast somewhere and say, I want him to sing in my wedding. I want him to sing in my event, you know. So these things, they keep opening other doors.
You see, you just took my other question, because I was going to say, sell yourself,
I'm
my
a prophet
guy.
in some way.
Where do we get hold of you? How do we get hold of you? If I want you to come and sing in my event, what do I contact?
My name is Sbu Dludlu. So if you can just Google Sbu Dludlu, it's there. Sbu Dludlu on Instagram, Sbu Dludlu on Facebook, Sbu Dludlu on TikTok. I'm everywhere.
Okay, do we come direct to you, or you have someone managing?
I don't have a manager. You know, those people have wasted most of my time. I think they are full of jokes. I manage myself.
Come direct to you.
There's no one who can represent me more than me. You know, I know who this person is. I know where this person has been. So I'm the go-to guy.
Thank you so much, and thank you for coming to have fun with me.
Thank you for inviting me.
I actually need you back, because there's a whole lot I want to talk to you about.
No, don't worry.
But my time is limited, so you are coming back.
Thank you for having me.
We are doing a part 2.
Yeah, no stuff. Just before I leave, because I'm leaving in September.
Yeah, we're going to do it very soon. I need a part 2 of this. So guys, this is Life of Unathi. As I'm saying, or as you guys heard me saying, I need a part 2 of Sbu Dludlu. There's a whole lot of things I want to speak to him about, and my time is limited for today. So please do join me for the second part, and thank you so much for joining me. Bye.
Bye.